Yeah, thanks, Netherlands. You can get those for like a buck at Walmart. Bags of seeds. Awesome. Like a buck 29 for like 1,000 seeds. That's really showing us your gratitude there. Your $1.29 fucking perennials.
Right? It's not even the
Thanks,
rose;
yeah.
it's a bulb. It's like, thanks. Now I gotta wait a whole fucking year to grow this thing too. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like, oh, good. You mailed us farm work. Thanks. We need that right now. Awesome.
Can't you tell we're in Canada? We're trying to eliminate farms. Come on.
Thanks for sending me work to do. That's excellent. That's exactly what I want as thanks when I get home from war. It's like, oh, that war sucked. Free in the Netherlands was bad. I so feel like going and working in the fucking garden right now.
Yeah, well, no accounting for taste, I guess.
It's very sweet that you send us anything, Netherlands. Thank you. I didn't know you did that. Um, send us like a profit share from fucking Spotify would be great. Or Facebook. Isn't Facebook? Oh, that's Sweden. Never mind.
Yeah.
What does the Netherlands have? I don't know. Nothing. What comes from the Netherlands? Got shit.
Yeah, wooden shoes.
Wooden shoes. You could send us some wooden shoes. Why don't you do? At least they're worth something. You know what I'd do with my wooden shoes? I'd go fucking kick tulips.
That's what I do. Go find the tulip garden and kick the shit out of them.
Just kick it.
That's
Sorry,
funny.
Netherlands. I'm kidding, Netherlands. I appreciate you.
Did you know that Jupiter actually lost a moon?
No.
Yeah. Its outermost moon, which is known as S/2003 J2, it was discovered by scientists in 2003, but it hasn't been spotted since, and it's considered as lost.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't play poker with Uranus. You lose your moon.
Funny.
You
know the painter Monet?
I have a friend who has a Monet.
Ooh, well, there you go. Well, French painter, first name was Claude Monet. Interesting thing about him is that he, like most artists, he was dirt poor, had absolutely nothing, but he did. He used to play the lottery, and he actually became very rich playing the lottery.
Yeah, that's why they wrote that song about him. Monet, 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 Monet.
Monet.
That was about him. Not many people know that.
Yeah, he won 100,000 francs and then lived the life of luxury and wealth after that.
When was Monet around? When was he a dude?
Let's find out. Claude Monet was born in 1840, died in 1926.
26. Okay, so yeah, he's like the same, like around Picasso and stuff.
Yeah.
100,000 was probably some pretty good coin back then.
That would have been a huge amount of money.
I don't know what the old franc is worth, but and I don't care. You don't got to look that up. I don't know.
No.
But 100,000 anything was big in the 1800s. You always think, like, when you think about these classic artists, you don't think 1920s. Like, Picasso was painting into the 20s.
Yeah.
And, you think these are all, like, old dudes, like Van Gogh and shit. I do anyway. I equate them all as the same sort of age. They're all, like, old Shakespearean dudes, but they're not. It's fucking 1920s. That's weird.
That is weird.
You just think they're all old, like Van Gogh or Michelangelo. Like, you put that Picasso, Monet, like, they all sound the same.
Yeah,
but
you just assume they're all born on the same fucking block, all went to high school together.
Which isn't really far from the truth. With a lot of classical dudes like that. But I just think they're old dudes, and they're not. 1920s isn't that old.
Yeah.
Like, my mom was born in 52. Like, 20s isn't that old.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know where my grandparents. That probably would have been a better analogy if I knew my grandparents' birthday would have worked. It's probably around then. I don't know. They don't talk to me. They're dead. That's why it's not like a sad thing. Where were we? Monet. Well, good on you, Rich Monet. That's great.
Now here's the news. So remember I talked about one of the previous podcasts. What?
Nothing. Lottery winners piss me off.
Yeah.
My favorite show is that show where they're broke a year later.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
The guy who bought the really exotic parrot, then he stuck it in his garage and it died.
My favorite was the couple that won, and he convinced the wife that, you know what, first thing we should do is we should just throw a big fucking party, get a whole bunch of crazy drugs, and just do like one big, like a big, like week-long sort of party. And they woke up 9 months later, and from a knock on their door, and it was the house was being foreclosed. They lost everything. They were destitute, broke. They just ended up. They started a bender. It just never stopped for 9 months.
They
blew through all of it.
That's not hard to do, but that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like that's just in their nature. Then that you don't just start drugs because you're a lottery winner. They had some experience prior to that, I'm sure.
Oh, I'll guarantee it.
That sucks, though. Anyway,
there was this one woman, by the way. She won. It was something like $30-something million lottery she won, and she ended up using that money to build a business. And within 5 years, she was worth like $300 million. That's awesome to see when you see somebody who actually did something proper with it.
It pisses me off too.
I like to laugh at the other ones. I prefer to laugh at the ladders, the ones that failed. But when you get the ones that actually took that fortune and made a bigger fortune from that fortune, I always think that's kind of cool.
I like to use my jealousy to be really petty. Like when you hear about how, like Tom Cochrane invested all the money from Life is the Highway. He's one of the highest paid Canadian. I think he is the highest paid Canadian musician ever because of that song.
Yeah. And
he invested it really wisely, and he's really stupid, crazy rich now. And I just go, fuck him. Who cares? It's a terrible song, and I think it's bad that happens.
So much.
I just, I don't care. It's really awesome that he does that, and we should all learn from it. But no, I just don't. It's fuck him.
Fuck him.
You can go fucking plant tulips with the old lady who won the lottery.
Apparently, he has a net worth of $10 million.
That is richer than the King of Canada. If Canada had a king, he wouldn't have $10 million. And if we had a king, fucking West Edmonton Mall would be Buckingham Palace. I'm glad we don't have a king. Well, I guess technically she's our queen. Son. Anyway.
Do you know who the top 3 richest Canadian musicians are?
Drake, Bublé,
no,
and Celine Dion.
Celine Dion number 1 at $800 million. Bieber number 2 at $285 million.
Oh, I forgot Bieber existed.
Drake for $170 million.
Yeah, of course, Drake.
Shania Twain for $400 million. Who the fuck? Oh, The Weeknd, $90 million. Neil Young for $80 million. Michael Bublé for $60 million. Avril Lavigne for $50 million.
Neil Young is as Canadian as fucking Trump. Fuck you, Neil Young. By the way,
you're born here.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you Canadian.
That's apparently that's all it takes for us. We'll take anything.
People like to say that about shit, but no, like Jim Carrey is not Canadian. What makes Jim Carrey Canadian? Fuck you. Mike Myers wears a Maple Leaf shirt every time he's on TV. That's fucking Canadian.
This is what I appreciate about Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. He's denounced his Canadian citizenship.
Good, because you're not Canadian, and that's fine. That's great. Go not be Canadian. No, I don't begrudge you at all. That's like I if you're an expat, that's fine. That's cool. But Neil Young doesn't get to call himself Canadian. He's fucking bitching about the American elections every year. Trump using his songs and shit. You know, you're very American. You don't have anything to do with Canada. You got a house fucking on the island. That's it. That doesn't make you Canadian. No. Sorry, I get mad about that shit. You're not Canadian. Like Michael J. Fox, he wasn't Canadian. I know he was. My uncle went to high school with him, but you know, you're not. If you left in the 70s and never fucking looked back, you don't get to say you're Canadian anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. That's why I always appreciated Rush. They always stay Canadian.
Who was it I was just listening to? Someone just got their American citizenship, and I can't think of who it was. I was just listening to them. Might have been the dude from, what the hell's his name? The guy from Arrested Development. Job. I can't think of his real name now. Will Arnett.
Oh, Will Arnett. Oh, okay.
I think he just got his American citizenship. Oh, no, fuck, I'm a moron. It was Tom Green. God damn it. Tom Green just got his American citizenship.
Oh.
But he's still very Canadian. You can be famous and in America and still be Canadian, like Myers. That's great.
Yeah.
Lots of people do well. Ryan Reynolds, great example.
Yes.
Neil Young.
What the fuck are you doing in the background?
I'm building a ark.
It sounds like it. Shit. You're fidgeting around over there. What the hell's going on?
I'm very busy. I got my fingers in a lot of pies, my friend. Always doing something. Anyway, fuck you, Neil Young.
Yeah.
Go play tulips at Tom Cochran.
Dick. You know, it goes. This is a little thing that just goes to show the ingenuity of people. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures, and those looking to take advantage of something that doesn't quite exist yet. Remember we discussed about the first alarm clock?
I do. Yeah, the 4 a.m.
The 4 a.m. thing. Well, before alarm clocks were actually affordable to the average person, in Britain, there was actually a professional, it's called a knocker-upper, that would go by your house and knock on your fucking door and wake you up.
Yeah, that's not what that means now.
Not anymore. But the neat thing is that it's a little bit different now.
I'd be that guy.
The neat thing is it started during the Industrial Revolution in Britain, and it carried on in some places all the way up to the 1970s.
Yeah, well, it's like a wake-up call.
Yeah. Somebody just come by and knock on your door.
What a boring job that must have been. And people would just fucking hate you. People would hate your guts too. You just be walking down the street, people would be just spitting on you and booing, "Fuck you!" I would hate the knocker-upper.
How
do you do
what's that?
The snooze? You got to circle the block a few times to do the snooze.
I would assume that the snooze was invented after the knocker-upper.
You'd have to. I got to go back to this one in 15 minutes. Fuck.
Yeah. I just can't see that as being because literally because you're walking everywhere, so that you literally only go like one or two houses away, then have to walk a fucking back.
You got to think that's like for those guys. I always talk about horseshoe makers, but there's probably a lot of guys like that who were just choked. Like an alarm clock came, and then you had no job.
Yeah, right.
You've been training your son for his entire life to be a professional knocker-upper. Now he's not going to have a job.
It's true.
That's gotta suck.
Son,
It'll
don't
happen to
worry
all
about
of
don't worry about an education, son. These things, alarm clocks will never catch on.